7. Good outside the switch. Doncic goes on. And he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well. If you end up enjoying this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and click that subscribe button for more content. I really appreciate the great amount of support. Literally everyone that smashes the like button, anyone that clicks that subscribe button, leaves any positive feedback down below in the comment section, and literally everyone that's a member, it's really greatly appreciated. For you guys to go above and beyond for the channel, just thank you so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. So I actually ended up getting like a notification on my phone a few hours ago. I promised you guys that there would be a double upload today, so here it is. So the New York Knicks are actually interested in Kelly Oubre Jr. from the Kansas Jayhawks, of course. This man is someone who's played a few seasons in the NBA, drafted back in the 2015 NBA draft. Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Jahlil Okafor, Mario Hezonja, Kristaps Porzingis, Emmanuel Mudiay, Justice Winslow. You had a guy of Devin Booker in that draft. There was a lot of like solid players, or I'm just naming a bunch here from the 2015 draft, but this was definitely like a hyped up draft class when you look back at the 2015 NBA draft and like the really the scouting reports on these players. Jahlil Okafor was supposed to be like a can't miss prospect, but that's a whole other video if I ever make a video on that. Like, I made a 76ers video way back in the day, but that's besides the point. So the New York Knicks are actually interested in a guy of Kelly Oubre Jr. when it comes to free agency this offseason. And I think this is a very fascinating decision for the New York Knicks to really look into him, because this is someone I liked back when he played for the Kansas Jayhawks at the collegiate level, because he was definitely known for his upside. This wasn't someone who was going to step into the NBA and dominate right away. That's just not how it works for this type of prospect. This is someone who really wasn't built physically for the NBA. He might have not been in the shape. Yes, keeping up with players, he had good stamina out there on the court, but when it came to the physicality side of things, but yeah, he was a good athlete, good defensive player, but just really raw. This is someone who didn't even average over 9 points per game when it came to the collegiate level. So he actually ended up being drafted by the Washington Wizards. He wasn't really ready right away. This is when he really just wanted to get his feet wet, or he had to get his feet wet and adjust to the speed of the NBA, knowing where to be out there on the basketball court. So we saw flashes of him get better every single year with the Washington Wizards. He ended up having actually a pop year in the double digits, and the three-point shooting was definitely an inconsistent part of his game coming out of Kansas. So we actually ended up having a pop year with the Washington Wizards. So the Suns actually ended up giving him a pretty decent contract. I believe it was 2 years, $30 million when it came to free agency, and he actually ended up having a career year. That was the best year of his career, I believe, with the Phoenix Suns, especially from downtown specifically, shooting from a 36% clip. That might not sound the best because that is just around league average, but for him, where he was supposed to be as a three-point shooter coming out of college and really getting better, that's actually a really good sign for a guy of Kelly Oubre Jr., because we're talking about someone who's a good athlete. We're talking about someone who's a good defensive player. His handle's even gotten better, and he's really had this emphasis of getting his three-point shot better, working under Drew Hanlon, one of the best trainers in the world. He's even worked with RJ Barrett of the New York Knicks. He's worked with a Joel Embiid. He's worked with a Bradley Beal, a Zach LaVine, or those are his clients. So this is someone who's really gotten his mechanics better from beyond the arc, getting a better base, scoring off the dribble. So this is someone who actually ended up having a couple solid seasons with the Phoenix Suns, but he actually ended up being dealt for Chris Paul in this type of package. He ended up going to the Oklahoma City Thunder, did not play a game there, so he actually ended up going over to the Golden State Warriors in another move that went down in the NBA. So in his 1 year with the Golden State Warriors this season, it's definitely been up and down. He did not shoot the three ball well at the beginning of the season. He didn't at all. But when it came to the last 3 months of the season, he shot 36%, and then there was a part or a month that he shot 40% from downtown, but then there's months he shot 20-something%. So he's definitely not the most consistent of three-point shooter, but he is 25 years old. He could get better, and he has the mentality to get better. But this is someone I like. I'm not sure if I would bring him in. It really depends on the contract. We know he would start right away, but it definitely would be a concern. I get it, he's young and he can get better, but Tom Thibodeau wants to win right away, and I'm all with patience, but we have to be realistic. Tom Thibodeau wants win now basketball players, but you also have to think Leon Rose. He's the one constructing this whole team. This is the one that's going to go out there and get the guys. So if we did have an opportunity to get a Kelly Oubre, if the Golden State Warriors did not bring him back, would you go out there and get a Kelly Oubre, or no, we need spacing, and again, I'm trying to think of the fit on this team. Not like he's way ball dominant. I've seen him in catch and shoot situations. Like, he can score off the catch and he can also attack the hoop. It would be great to have like an athletic like type of specimen in the lineup, because Randall's a good athlete. A guy of Mitchell Robinson's a good athlete. RJ Barrett, he's a good athlete. We know he's not the quickest in the world though. We're uncertain when it comes to the point guard position, and we're uncertain if Reggie Bullock will come back, or maybe an Oubre would step into that Reggie Bullock type of role on the wing spot. But I'm not sure if he's the bestest shooter for the New York Knicks. And do you think that's a big time concern, or no, you want someone that could fit the timeline and really gel with the Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Mitchell Robinson? Let me know down below your thoughts on that. I think he's a very fascinating player, kind of on the fence of going out there and really going out to get him. I probably personally wouldn't do it. I just don't think he fits like what we need, in my opinion. I think he would actually be better off staying with the Golden State Warriors. The balance of defense, athleticism, when Klay Thompson comes back, there's no pressure for him to be a good shooter because they have Curry, because they have Klay Thompson. So I personally think the Golden State Warriors should re-sign him, because they're a win-now mode situation anyway, so it doesn't really matter what contract they give him. Of course it does to them, but their goal is to win a championship. But yeah, let me know down below your thoughts and analysis. I appreciate all your great amount of support, and peace out, y'all.